Hey there, coming live because I need a break. Isn't that always? That should just be my tagline. I need a break because that's always what I say when I come on here. But it's true. I need a break. Been working. I need a break. Um, and sorting through my pencils over here. I gotta figure out what to do with this guy. I got it. I got it for a reason. I gotta figure out what to do with it. Tombow. What's this say? Tombow water-based blender. Anyway, you have to watch some videos or something on that. Anyway, I must have gotten away too early this morning because when I got up, I don't know, I inadvertently bought two things, two coloring books. Um, and this is one of them. And actually, okay, I needed to like talk about this because I think Sarah Renee Clark is just such a wonderful person. Um, I ordered the hard copy of the book, and she actually provides a PDF that has like 80 and maybe a little over 80 images in it to color. And that's in addition to getting the book. And I think it might be the same images that are in the book. Actually, let me look. I can actually look at that. Do I still have that open? Yeah, I do have that open. Here we go. I can read it. I got too much stuff open on my desk. Okay, it says in the description, it says, welcome to Vibrant Wilds, printable edition. And she said, I've created this printable version as a bonus thank you for buying my coloring book. You can print these pages as many times as you like to practice your techniques, try different styles, and even try different paper. Like she knows people who like to color. She knows what we're like. That's like perfect. And she says also, this is what I think is really wonderful because I don't do this, but I know there are people who do. She says you could also use the individual pages in an app like Procreate to color them digitally. I think that's awesome. Um, so, and she says, you've already got the printed book, it's coming to me. But if you'd like to take these pages to get spiral bound or printed on your own paper, you may do so for your own personal use. And that's exactly what I did. She has on here, please, well, she says, I have many videos on my YouTube channel. If you want to see more coloring tips, shopping recommendations, or comparisons of art products. And she says, please share your finished pages with me by using hashtag Sarah Renee Clark on social media. I can't wait to see what you create. Okay, I feel a little pressure with that, a little pressure, but I'm all for giving her a shout out. She says, I invite you to leap in and be fearlessly creative. Sarah. I just think she is like, I don't know. She's just one of the most beautiful people in the world. I mean, I actually like found out about her coloring book. I didn't even know. She posted a video, what I think like 2 days ago or something. And it was on, oh, let me see, I posted it on my wall because that was kind of how, once I started, like, kind of being active in my day, that's what I started with. I prayed to my little, devotions and puttered around, got some coffee, and then I sat down to, because her video is called I Bought Every Coloring Book on Amazon's Top 100. And I was like, yay, she did it, so we don't have to. And she says, and I regret it. And like as I was watching her video, it's like, yeah, that's like all the kind of stuff that like I've experienced. You get a book, you think it's wonderful, and then it's printed on crappy paper and all that kind of stuff. I hate that. And I think that's one reason why I've kind of slowed down on buying coloring books, and why when I buy one, it's one that's kind of like tried and true, like I already know what the quality is like. Or if I find out a book is printed on particularly nice paper, then I will also I'll think about getting that if I like the line work on it. because I don't like coloring on crappy paper anymore. Um, I mean, even like, well, like this mandala I did that I actually like posted today for Mandala Monday. Now this is on printer paper, but I think my printer paper is actually a little heavier than regular printer paper, and this feels heavier than Amazon paper. And so this isn't so bad to color on for certain things. Like to use certain pencils, this is really nice on, and for certain designs, kind of like using this paper for that. But um, yeah, but I don't know how I got. Oh, I was talking about Amazon paper, but yeah, it's kind of interesting what she showed as being the books that are in the top 100. And I'll let you watch the video. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but it was in that video that I found out about her coloring book. I was like, oh, you have a coloring book? And so I went and got it. I already have her. I have the planner, which I still need to do more in. I'm not doing that very much planning in there, not so far. But I figure even if I don't, I'll repurpose it as both a coloring book and some kind of art journal. You know, where her pages, her things that you can color in it are actually will be inclusive to whatever else I do with it. So it's not going to go to waste. It's just may not get used for purpose intended, other than the coloring part. So, um, yeah. So I wound up buying her book. The book is $18, and like I said, just in this PDF, there's like all total, like with faceplate page and all that, there's like 86 pages in it. So, that's what my PDF says, or it goes to page 86. And I think there's also some pages that have Roman numerals in it, and that might be the introduction part. So she really is, Sarah Renee Clark really is trying to give you your money's worth. And I just was so amazed when I found out that, oh my gosh, the PDFs too, and she gives you the PDFs in two different sizes, which is amazing. And I don't know, there's like 4 downloads that went with it, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. I didn't open every one of them up, but yeah, I just was amazed that she was that generous. Um, I mean, because that's even really generous for nice people. So, because I consider her a nice person. So that was like, way like, whoa, whoa. So, yeah. So I definitely want to color in this. And there is one that initially it started that I printed one because it's a mandala. And I thought, okay, well, I can do this for, March mandalas, another one for me to do. But then I didn't go through every single page. I do kind of want to be a little surprised when I see the book. But I did, as I started looking at one, then I kept looking at another, then another, then another. And it was like, oh, brother, I printed more than just one. So I printed these two facing pages, and I thought this was really sweet. This book is an art collaboration between Sarah and Moi. I think that's so sweet. She already knows, like, you're going to do your choice. She honors the fact that, everybody's creative with their coloring in their own way. Um, I don't know. I just like that woman a lot. What a blessing. So these are some pages that I immediately was like, ooh, I want to color that. Ooh, I want to color that. And she has different styles kind of in here and different types of things to color. So it's almost like there's something in here for everybody. But I saw this page and I really liked it. This is not the order in which I printed them out, though. I don't think. I like this one because I like the space that's here. Kind of reminds me of like Bold and Easy in a way, but um, maybe narrower lines, thinner lines. But I love the spacing here, and it kind of leaves room for you to do something kind of, you know, if you want to do something fancy in there, like I'm not really capable of doing, I think, but I could learn on this. So I figured, I don't know, I just like the look of it. And plus, it's like it's a room, you know. It's like it's part of a room. It's the wall. So I'm putting lotion on my hands because I don't know my hands. Well, I guess it's because like I'm always working with them and working in things with them. They always my face and my hands they don't really match because my hands be looking kind of rough. So I'm lotion them up, and they look ashy even when they're not ashy. I don't know what that's about. Besides getting old or something. I don't know. I should be kinder to my hands. Let's get this soaked in. Okay. Oh, and then I'm touching this. Ooh, that was kind of not. See, I didn't want to do that combination, but I really like this page. I gotta think about what I would do with it. But then I can keep doing with it. I don't have to color it just once because I have the PDFs. Okay, this is one of the mandalas in there, and I don't know if I printed two or one. But this is one I felt like, okay, I can color this right away. I'm actually going to put it in my mandala pile. Love this one with the buildings. And there's another one that she has too behind this one, or before this one that has buildings. And it's almost like some of her pages is like they connect to each other, which you might see in a little bit from ones I printed. I don't remember. I might have done at least one of those where it looks like you can see how it goes together. Did this one because it has the grand piano. I thought that was nice. And again, it's a room. It's got to be in a room. This one, I thought this face was really nice. Really pretty. A nice drawing. I like her big spectacles, her thick rimmed spectacles. Glasses. I know, I wanted to say spectacles. Oh, did I not print that one? I must not have printed it. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. There's one that has a bunch of succulent plants. Oh, wait a minute. Is this more? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, my gosh. I printed more than I even thought. There we go. That's why I had to stop. It's like, oh, my gosh, you're doing too much. Love this one. I love the lines on it because even though there's a lot, it looks like there's a lot in there, they're big enough where it's not like some of those other ones where it's like, oh, were you um suddenly a bitten off more than you can chew. But this looks like really doable. You know what I mean? Like not as stressful or not stressful at all to color compared to how some of those flower pictures have like a whole lot going on. And you don't realize it until you start coloring it and you're like, oh, this is going to take me longer to finish than I thought. It's really pretty. It's another mandala. So let's go on my list for the month. Now this one, I almost thought it was a mandala, and I guess in a way it kind of is, but this is one of those that kind of like the previous page goes with the next page, because this is the page that's before it. So it's a bunch of succulents in their pots, and you're looking from above. I think that's really cute. I love this page. Something about it. It's just soothing. All the circles. So you got that one, and then this one comes after. It's like the big succulent bowl. Then, of course, I had to print the mushroom page. I love mushrooms. I love coloring mushrooms. Then this was another one where it had like big one and then little one. This is really cute. I had to print this because it's got the bee in the middle. And practice doing wings on this one. And then these are all the one with more than one sunflower. So it's almost like you could color these and then put them in a frame and put them like on either side of whatever it is, one on this side, one on that side. I think that's cute. I like that. Then this one, what is it? What the heck are these things called again? I always forget. Um, it's the shellfish. It's whatever the heck it's called. But there's this also has one. This is one of those that has another page that has several of them on it, or like at least like three of these on it, and then this one has just one. So yeah, so I'm excited for getting my book. I'm really happy to support her, especially after you get like this. I don't know even how many for one, because it's more than two for one. Because she gives you two. I think there's two different sizes of the same pictures in there. So if you wanted to do smaller ones, I think, and then bigger ones, I have to investigate that fuller. But you know me, I don't like tiny coloring, so I didn't really go too far with it. Um, was looking for that. I'm just happy to get the book. And the other thing that I ordered was I actually posted that on my wall. I don't know. I was watching someone's video this morning. It's an old video, maybe like even from 3 years ago, and it was European coloring illustrators, books by European coloring illustrators. Like some books that are usually from somewhere else in Europe that this person happened to have colored in or bought the book and they like the book or whatever. So I just happened to look at it just to see, I don't know, maybe there's some names I don't know that I might be interested in or whatever. And so I was looking at that video, and so I was trying to search for some of the people on Amazon, and I wasn't finding really anything much on our on the US version of Amazon. So I went to the UK version. And then when I went to the UK version, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did this. I guess I was thinking of maybe getting the book that has the sneaker in it, the Kirby Rosanna's book that has the sneaker in it, but I still can't talk myself into doing that yet. And then but when I looked up Kirby Rosanna's, I saw a book that said Kirby Rosanna's, the 10-year celebration. I was like, what? And it said pre-order. So actually, immediately I bought it. This just was like, that was like all I needed to see. Oh, Kirby 10-year celebration? That's going to be special. I wonder what's going to be in it. I don't even care what's going to be in it. It's like I wanted it. It's like I wanted it. And it's the UK version too. It'll be the only UK version of Kirby that I own. Because I can't justify buying another copy of his books just for the binding, even though the binding is so much better. Um, and I just checked just now because it's like I haven't seen this on the US site, and it isn't on the US site, and I almost wonder, is he only doing it in the UK version because they provide a better binding? That might be. Because the publisher here might be like, nah, we can't do that. It's too much money, or no, we don't want to. Um, yeah, so that was pretty exciting. And they said the book comes out in October 25th. So that'll be my present in October to myself. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't get up that early ever again because I wound up just spending money. Um, hmm. I shouldn't look at my notifications. That was interesting. Da 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 da. Okay. And to top all that off, actually, before those, I actually did buy a guitar. So I bought a 3/4 size guitar that some people say actually seems a little smaller, which is actually just what I want. And people were saying on there, it's nice for me, just so I can just sit on the couch and play. That's exactly what I want. I want something that's just easy, just to pick up on a whim and start playing. So yes, I'm hoping I don't have to do too much to set it up or anything. But if I do, then I'll take it to somebody for that. But anyway, so let's color a little bit. I do have more mandalas that I started actually. Like, I don't know what the heck is this March mandala thing is really like hitting me. Seems to be where to go. I'll show those in a little bit, but not right now. I just feel like coloring so I can relax. So gotta, I don't know. Just relax. I need something to put these in. Although I do have that thing up there. I should put them on there. My purple notebook. Oh, and I also found there's actually, I guess, there's at least like, I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of. Let me get it out my mouth. I found a lot of videos yesterday about that were interviewing Johanna Basford. I was like, oh, so I posted one on my wall, but there's more, and they were interviewing her and interviewing about the whole adult coloring thing, and I thought, wow, I didn't know. And they're from, years ago, but I didn't know the videos existed. And I didn't know anybody had interviewed her. So that was kind of cool to find out. I don't know why so many times I will start off coloring like this in a flower. I don't know if that comes from me looking at flowers, and maybe I don't know if that's how they look or something. But then I always wind up messing it up later on afterwards. So it's kind of like, why did it start out like that if I'm going to mess it up? But I guess because I have a hope somewhere down the line that I'm actually not going to mess it up at some point. Using Faber-Castell Black Edition because they fit nicely right there underneath my desk right now. So I'm trying to decide if I need more light because um, it's really sunny today, but the sun always changes a lot in this room. So even though it's sunny, with the clouds and whatever else, and I don't even know, it always changes a lot. Where's the clicker? That's the clicker for that one. Where's the clicker for this one? Oh, goodness, excuse me, sorry. I hope I don't do all this and then it turns out to be the lightest caca. Okay, here we go. I think I got it now. Turn the light off underneath my desk, I think. My keyboard. So and my shopping needs to be over. It really does. I really have been feeling like I want to play guitar. It's like I was saying, like I was thinking about buying a bass setup, but I still keep watching a lot of bass stuff on YouTube for some reason. I don't know, obsessed. And saving videos of setups that people have. And I just started filing my nails down last night. It's just like, well, no nails. Not even gonna be playing guitar. I wonder if I should leave that one light on that side. No. I'm gonna try and rein myself in a little bit to see if I can keep that low. Something else I noticed with coloring books is that Mythographics has a lot of, like, in their series, they're different illustrators for, in that series. They have like, I don't know, I think like 3 different books that are going to be coming out this year. But I have enough mythographic books, so I'm not really interested in that. But if you like them, there's one, I think her name begins with Grace, and I don't think she's done one before. So it's a new illustrator. She's gonna have one coming out. The other one I think is what um, Fabiana Antanasio. Is that her name? She has one that's coming out, and I think the other one is Kadambang. So if you like mythographics, you might want to check those out. Our weather's going to be warm all this week. I'm like in shock. It's like, does this mean winter's kind of trying to be over? I know it's like too soon to ask that around here, but we've had many an April snowstorm and many a snow covered April. And unfortunately, I even got acquainted with snow covered Mays up here where I am because I'm a little further north. It's like, oh, brother. Hey, Ivy Pearl. Hope you're having a good Monday. See if I can restrain myself. I kind of like how this looks. I feel like I could push it a little further, but I don't exactly know how. So I'm probably just gonna leave it and do that much, and then maybe, like, days to a month to a year from now, look at it and say, oh, I just need to do this. That'll make it whatever, whatever. 'Cause, I'm slow. Don't hate. I'm slow. I know it. Takes me a while. And speaking of slow, the mandala that I did with the Neo Color 2s, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to go about continuing it. Um, because that blue, I don't like that blue on the outside. And I've even been thinking of like using this new contraption I got. Where is it? Where are you, new contraption? I know I put you in here because I wanted you close by. What the heck? You know I can't see it. Well, I guess we won't use it till we find it. That new little pointing thing that I got that is meant to. What is it? I know I put it here. I can't remember the name of what it's called. It has some weird name. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. This thing. Um, to use the because I have it to apply the masking fluid, and I'm thinking about. Yeah, I probably should show it when I say it. Where's the? Got too much going on here. Okay, great. Um, Thinking of putting masking fluid on these parts and then working on this blue and purple. And I'm actually thinking maybe of using water to really like push this blue and purple out and almost like push it out so that it winds up also being a background for the entire mandala, at least at this part, just on the outside. Some masking fluid on there, then I can really like play with this and push it out and kind of wash out some of that blue so it's not so bluey. And then take off the masking fluid and do these in like yellow and red. That's my plan. And as I say that, that even sounds like, okay, that actually sounds like that is exactly what I'm going to do. But I just don't, yeah, I got to take the time to do it. Okay, this isn't shiny enough for me. I like shiny. Yeah, that's what I was reading because I was like, nah, I can't be messing up brushes with that. And brushes don't even apply it as nicely as I would like them to. So, yeah, that's when I looked up and was like, what can I use to do that? And that's when I got this thing. And it seems to have more than one kind of usage to it. So I thought, okay, that works for me because I'm always like, I want to get 2, 3, 4 different kind of things accomplished from one object. I'm like Miss bring all the groceries in at once, even if you halfway kill yourself doing it, so you don't have to go back to the car. I'm one of them people. So that's my plan with this one. So I don't know. This one might take me a little bit longer than the other ones. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know because once I started going on this, I don't know what happened. I just kept going because it can't. I don't know. So and then I started this one, and this one's for TaylorMade because it's pink. And I think I did that because she told me on the outside to do pink, and I should have. I should have done like red and white, and then let it. I should have done that, and I didn't, and I could have kicked myself for it. So now, yeah, that's what I was seeing. They were showing how people like write with it or whatever with ink. They use it for, and I was like, wow, that's intense. Um, so I'm doing this one, and this has a combination of alcohol markers, Because again, I'm on that thing. I want to use my stuff, use all my stuff. So it has a combination of alcohol markers and then the Faber Castell pencils. So, and at first I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work because it's kind of hard to tell with those the alcohol markers, like the generic ones I have. I don't even know what's the name they have on the front of them. Some weird name. Tong Fu Shop. But you know how the whole label and the cap color and what's in it like is like, huh? Well, it's kind of like that kind of thing, but it's a mandala. If the color that I use for the marker doesn't look right, I can color over it. But I did pretty well so far that I haven't really had to do that. And I picked out some that were, opposite enough. So now I'm kind of liking it actually. I actually like this one a lot. Then yeah, yet another one. I don't know what it is with the mandalas. I keep going with it. I started another one when I was tired of working with pink, and this was a lot because I did this yesterday and I wasn't even like coloring. You know, I wasn't coloring all day yesterday. I was away from my desk a lot yesterday, but when I went in, I just really went in and it just kept going. And using markers does help. It really does. You can go faster. So Um, so then I started this one. I looked in there in my alcohol markers and I said, what color um, am I not using at all? Or do I feel like I'm less likely to use? And so that's what I picked. So I picked like the olives. And then it got a little out of control on one of these green things. So then I broke out with my sparkle glitter um, acrylic pens and I went around that and I was like, oh yeah, I like that. So that's where that one is so far. I don't know what it is with the mandalas, but they're really doing it for me. Thank you. Yeah, you like pink too. That's your favorite color too, isn't it? So that one's for the pink whales. Or the pink girls. I like pink too, actually. Pink is one of the colors I look good in, I'm told. Pink and yellow. I know yellow. Sometimes I'm afraid to wear it because I live in the country and I don't want to be attracting no bees. Attracting bees with natural hair? No, no. I got this thing in my head that I'm like, one of them things is gonna get stuck in my head and then I'm gonna get stung up in my skull. It's like, no, that doesn't sound good. I love yellow though. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, oh, I love smelling good and I love like I don't know. But yeah, I don't wear cologne. Once it gets to when they start showing up, then it's like everything goes unscented. Everything. And I'm sad because it's like, meh. I like stuff that smells good in my hair. I love lotion that smells good. I love cologne that smells good and essential oils that smell good. Like I love sandalwood. Oh my gosh, I love sandalwood. And I'll put sandalwood in my hair because it actually is good for your scalp and your skin. But when it gets to when the bees start coming out, it's like, nope, okay, you gotta put that away. So I guess that's one of the things that makes me look forward to winter because then I can break out with the scenty stuff. We have these black wasps here that I don't know, I've never seen them anywhere else. Those things are nasty. They actually, like, my husband actually got bit by one or stung by one a couple years ago, and like it had him all swollen. And like he doesn't have a reaction to anything. He's like hardcore. He actually had to go to the doctor. It's like, nope. I see one of those things, I run right back in the house. But I've become more of a chicken since we don't have any cats. I was a lot braver when we had cats. I guess I always felt like they would protect me. As stupid as that sounds. Although I think they would, and they kind of did. Actually, they did. One of them really did. It's like two of the three cats, the ones we had here the longest, they were all male. And two of them, every dog would avoid them like the plague because they knew what was up. They weren't playing. Kind of funny, but yeah, they were rough. Sweet to people. Well, yeah. Well, one of them was. The other one was sweet too. Was very choosy. Maybe more pink, more light pink. See the shadow. Because of the shadow, I can't quite see what I'm coloring. Which is why I kind of need this light behind me, but it's going to kind of conflict with the sunshine. I almost feel like I need to move my desk, but this desk will not be moved. Its next move is going to be like, in pieces down the stairs into the, garbage because it's really old. And but it's so far it's still standing. I mean, it doesn't seem, it's not unsturdy. It's just this one leg. Then I don't know if it's because of my chair hitting against it or something. The plastic cover to the leg, like the front and the side have come off, and you can see the metal, just like a really sturdy metal screw that sticks into you know, the the desk, and it has a sturdy metal stand, thing. So that doesn't even look like that's coming apart anytime soon. But if something were to happen, and it does, this whole thing's gonna have to go. But it's almost like I can't change anything else in my room because of this. It takes up a big L. No, I don't have any pets now. This is my first winter without any pets in like 30 years. Very strange. But we're almost through it. I still kind of am halfway looking and praying for a pregnant cat to show up at our house by by providence. So then I'd get 2 for 1 or 3 for 1, but hopefully no more than 3 for 1. That would be a bit much. I got used to the 3 cat thing. Crazy as it is, I got used to that. I love dogs too. But I feel like I don't have the lifestyle, I think, for a dog. I need a dog that's independent, or, well, I need a dog that I can train without my husband's intervention. And then my husband can like spend the time with the dog that it needs when I can't. but see, my husband will spoil animals so and have them doing all kinds of things that like I'm not down with. Gotta watch him and feeding them all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. And I'm like one of those people. It's like I love them, but there's certain things that you cannot do. And as long as we know that boundary and we respect that boundary, I spoil them. Otherwise, but there's like some things it's like, no, no begging for food. Don't do that. Because then when people come over and they're begging them for food, I can't stand that. That drives me nuts. Although, if I go somewhere else and they have a dog and it's begging for food, so who sneaks some food? Me. Do as I say, not as I do. Hey, Annie. But I try not to, though. And they ask, where's their bowl? And put it in their bowl. Oh, I do share now. I definitely share. I just don't, like, not from my plate to yours. Not from my plate to your mouth. That ain't happening. You're not going to be there staring at me while I'm trying to eat my food. But I will put it in your bowl. So like I said, my sister-in-law's dogs, they knew the day when I was going to clean out the fridge because they'd be over here. Let's go to Auntie. She's going to clean her fridge today. We can get some treats. I'll look at it like, how bad is this? I was like, oh, this is not really that bad. That won't hurt them. And then they get it. I feel like I'm kind of like an animal magnet, I think, because like they'll come to me and like maybe they can tell like I'm gonna spoil the heck out of them. I'm gonna give them everything. uh, I just feel like if you have something, you're supposed to be a good steward of it, and that includes animals. Now, see, this looks too like checkery to me, but I kind of don't want to push it too hard because, like I said, I always go to this point of no return where suddenly it's just like I've all filled it all in and it all looks the same, and all that initial shading I was doing in the beginning was like, why'd you go through all that just to end up like this? I'm using Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils. This one's a color. Using these. I don't know. I'm using them a lot lately. I think because I don't know, they're feeling good on the paper I've been using. I've been coloring on. So trying not to do too much. So let's see if I have the guts to like share a coloring page with Sarah Renee Clark. She is asking for them. She didn't have to. It's not like she's gonna post it or anything. You just show her what I did so she can. Yeah, kind of like they say, like when you get something from someone, a teacher or whatever. I learned this in the youth group. To give feedback to because sometimes people don't know if what they're saying or anything is effective or not. Okay, that might be a little too dark what I was doing there. So giving feedback. So I want to give her feedback. Why am I making this one darker? Although the smaller flowers usually are darker because they haven't spread their pigment as much over as much surface. I might be overdoing it a little bit. To me, like, blending relaxes me. It really does. That's why I do it. Hey, Marsha. Let's see. I missed some. I missed some. I was immersed in my. Yeah, there must be sunshine everywhere today. I do like them. I like these. I do. Um, yeah, that might be nice for him. Also, I love the case they come in because it's like this is what's sitting underneath my shelf, and I can just pull them out. It's like lying like this on my shelf, bottom shelf, and I'm just pulling out the pencils like this. This thing is like it's. I love this. I want like a. I don't know. I want like a wooden case like this that does this that I could put like all my pencils in. I just think this design is like wonderful, and then it slides into this the bigger box I showed you. It slides in to here. It goes like this. Ooh, do a flip. It's about to come out. So it goes like all of it goes in like that. I think the design is like marvelous. So yes, I would recommend. Mm-hmm. Close. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. It's nice to color flowers. This reminds me of like I don't know, it might be a rose, I don't know, but it reminds me of this one flower that I've tried to grow it, and I don't know, I never quite either don't get enough of them, or they just don't grow. And that's some ranunculus. Man, I love the look of those things, but I cannot. I have not been successful in growing any. And they come like they're like little tuber things, I think. That's how I always see them in the. I think I even like mail ordered some one time. So well, maybe these will work. Nope. And I think part of it is I'm just not the right climate for them. Wonder what would happen if I tried to grow them inside and have them like in the sunroom over winter or something like that. I don't know. And those you can't grow from seed. Not that I've seen, so I can't do the sow them in a jug thing. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, it could probably do the tubers like that. I don't know if they need to break dormancy or anything or not, though. I don't know. Yeah, that case is everything. It really is. It really is. I would love to. If I knew how to do woodworking, I swear I'd be out there making one out of wood, making several for all of my pencils. It's nice and compact, and it's like it is its own case, you know? So I think what I might do, like, well, I don't want that to fall apart. I don't know. I might show my husband and say, "Do you think you could make something like this?" I don't think he's really good at that kind of like small woodworking kind of thing, though. But I wish he were, because then he could just hire somebody else to do the big stuff in this house. And then he can play around with little stuff. Here, make me some stretcher bars. Although I know how to make my own, but I've never done that at home. I only did that in class, though, which was really cool. The professor taught us how to make our own stretcher bars. What time? 3:17. Oh, somebody gave me some and they died. I killed them. But then it was kind of like they weren't in the. I love. They're really pretty, but they didn't fit with the other kind of plants that I have here, and so it wound up getting gnats. And it's like, I stopped watering it and let it die because it's like I can't. I don't need a fussy plant or something that's outside of the care kind of care I give the rest of my plants, because it puts me on another schedule and I can't be remembering a particular schedule off of the schedule of the other ones. I can't do that. It's like, nope, that's too much. That's too much. Somebody gave it to me. I think that was part of it too. The person who gave it to me, I'm like, why are you giving me this? I didn't ask for this. There's the attitude there for you. But that's part of the plants I have. Some of them are like on a sentimental value, because like I have plants that come from my mother-in-law from her house. Some she gave me clippings. Well, yeah, she did. She gave me clippings of it. Um, I had one fern. I got so mad because um, somebody messed it up, and it wound up dying. And she had given that to me. I have prayer plants. That thing was like growing like things that were growing like crazy at her house, and then she'd like give me clippings. So I have those things here, and then it's just like I'll take clippings and give it to other family members. Like, here, it's from your grandma. She gave it to me. Now I'm giving it to you. And I actually have a plant that was from my office at my job I had in like that I left in 2003. I have a plant that's from there that like has been divided. Now I'm at the point where I'm just throwing parts of it in the garbage just because it's like I don't need another plant. Then I have this one plant that I'm always forgetting the name of it. It's supposed to, it has like leaves. It's very upright. I think it's called a bromeliad or something like that. I always forget the name of it. It's a plant like kind of I've never had before, but I happened to see it and it looked a little like slightly forlorn, but not exactly. When I was in a Home Depot one day with my husband, and I saw them like that's an interesting plant. And I looked at the picture of how it's supposed to grow. It's like, oh well, that's different. And and I've had it for wow. I think now I probably had it for 10 years. It hasn't bloomed yet, but I've divided it like 3 times. It gets the leaves, and the leaves are growing up right. I kind of screw up the watering. I don't always get the watering right, but I'm getting better at it. And you have to water it like to the root. You can't hit the plants, and you can't miss it because it actually makes the leaves speckle. The leaves don't like getting water on them. So I always just have to go like right to the soil or to the root. But I'm hoping one day it'll surprise me and one of them will bloom. But I'm still trying to. Part of the hard part is like I keep forgetting the name, and I don't know what happened to the little thing that I had in there that had what it was. But I need to write. I need to make up a plant marker for it when I get the name again and put it in there so I don't forget. Oh, actually, I think I put it in my plant. I did. I put it in my plant ID thing. I think I might have put it in that plant ID app. I gotta double check. I think I may have done that the last time I watered it to see if I can get better at it and get it to be happy. But the plant it seems to be happy in the house, but and it seems to be forgiving to my not knowing what the heck I'm doing with it. Then I have another plant, and I forget the name offhand. It like kind of looks like a tree with like spindly kind of leaves, and um, it's one of those that they say are good for clearing the air, keeping the air clean in a house. And I've chopped off stalks of it. It has like the stalks like a or trunks or whatever limbs or whatever you call them, like a palm tree. Like it has those little, like I don't know, ridgy things all up it. And I have cut it a few times because it grew like it's 10 feet tall. It's in the sunroom and it's so tall. And now it's like we took it out once. We took it outside. We had to kind of somehow roll it outside. That was funny. To take it out there to kind of so I could kind of lift it up in the pot. Oh, I love begonias. I love the double begonias or like the what is it called nonstop begonias. Oh my gosh, I love them things. The yellow ones in particular. I love those things. Yellow and white. The pink are pretty too. So those are red. I love them all. I love those things. I used to put those in my shade garden. And then, should I dig up I may have even dug up the bulbs on those for winter. That can be quite an undertaking. I used to do that for dahlias too. Love my dahlias, but I don't like those earwigs. I don't like earwigs. They were always hiding in the leaves. But I kind of stopped doing those because it kind of got my heart broken. It's not funny, really. It's not funny, but um, one of my husband's niece's friends would come over. He and every time he went over their house, he would stop by because he liked the begonias, and it just was so sweet. And then he'd come over and he'd talk to my husband and get advice and whatever. And he died in a motorcycle accident. It was really sad. It was just as he was getting his career going. He was starting. He had passed his test to drive, tractor trailer, and he was signed up with a really good company. And yeah, he died in a motorcycle accident. I swear, I know too many people who have passed in a motorcycle accident. I don't. mm. That's when I kind of shuddered when my brother got one. It's like, no. I just kept quiet because I thought if I say too much, he really won't get rid of it. So I was like, let me keep my mouth shut. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Something happens when I'm not thinking about coloring. I feel like sometimes I color better when I'm not thinking about it. I don't know how that happens. But yeah, non-stop begonias. I love them things. And I also like the non well, they do flower with like tiny little flowers, but there's the plants that are like they have burgundy leaves, and they have different kinds of them. Some of them are burgundy, some are burgundy and green, and they're in the begonia family. And I have one. I killed one of them, but I have another one that's still alive. That it has little white flowers, and they I guess technically they are begonias, but they're not. People don't really breed them or whatever for um the flowers. They do it mostly for the leaves because the leaves are burgundy. They're really pretty burgundy and serrated in this really interesting way. So I'd love to have my flower garden again, but I can't really do that until my husband fixes the water situation in the backyard. Which is kind of disappointing because the way I planted stuff, I want it to come up for life. I don't want to have to, when I do the perennials, it's like, kind of like one and done, or maybe you only have to replace one every, maybe 6, 7, 10 years. But they dug up back there so much doing stuff that it changed the way the water flows in back, and it flooded a lot of stuff. And it's like, what? I'm not going to be here trying to clean this up, and then it does the same thing the next spring. It's like, why? No, I'm not here for double work. I don't believe in double work. So until he gets that two and together. But it was so cute one time that so when my sister-in-law was babysitting, he wanted to come over because he says, "Is that a fairy garden?" And I saw his face when he asked me that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so precious." I was like, "If you want it to be," because and I wonder what did it because I know it does it for me. I have when I found out about lupines and I started growing those from seed. Those were one of the first things I did when I sowed when I started doing that winter sowing thing in jugs. And man, them things were like happy. They were all popping up in the jugs when it got to springtime. and I put them out, and so I just had like, because I just do what they call dunk and run. So I take the seedlings that are in the bottom of the jug, just kind of flip them upside down, try and keep all the dirt together, and then flip them back onto the ground, and kind of let them duke it out. The strongest survive. Well, let me tell you, pretty much all of them survived, if not all of them. And so then I had all these stalks of them, the plants all coming up all over the place. And because I did the winter sowing thing, I didn't have to wait for another season for a lot of perennials to bloom. Like how they say, what is it? First year sleep, second year creep, and then the next year leap. Well, they would do the creep, I guess, because they would blossom the first year, and then the year after that, it would be like, it was wonderful. And so those things remind me of Wizard of Oz or something, because lupine looks so otherworldly to me. They don't look like your traditional plant. I still think they just look otherworldly. I love them things. And they smell good too. And it's cute watching the bees twirl around and like the tiny little, because the petals are like, they look like they're little balls all over the stalk of flowers. It's like the flowers are like a bunch of little flowers that look like balls, and they're like curled up. But then when you go and look at it and like there's a bee there, the bee will be inside the little cup and like twirling around trying to catch the pollen. I love that. It's so cute. I miss my flowers. I do. One of the blessings of living out here. That's something I never would have done if I didn't live out here. I did not like dirt. I was not into dirt and being dirty. No. But gardening did something to me. Being out here did something to me. It's like, well, you can't have this land and not have flowers and a garden for a vegetable garden. You have to. An herb garden. You have to have that. Okay, so we're going to switch colors here. I can't believe I did these roses. I kind of like them. They got some flair. I'm going to look at these a few months from now and say, did you do those? Somebody else must have done those. One thing, though. That's too scratchy for me. Prism color white. There we go. Hour 13 minutes. Okay, I'm going to need to get off of here in a few. So the mushroom. Okay, I wonder if should I be making this kind of color coded somehow or what? Yes, I did. And when I ordered her book, because I was looking at it, because on the choices on there, it like it had on there digital and then the print, whatever that was called, and so but it doesn't let you choose which one, and so and then I was having a problem with the page because like I don't know however I was doing it, it kept winding up with two in my cart. So when I finally got it, so only one book was in my cart, and then the order was complete. And then I scroll down underneath and then it has downloads there. I was like, downloads? It's like, but I ordered the hard copy of the book and it says ground shipping this. I'm getting the book. But yeah, she gives this is complimentary. Just you also get a copy, a digital version of it as well, which is like precious. So I really think she's I like her. I'd go to Australia and have tea with her. Are we going to do green? We're always doing pink and green, but they are leaves. You do need to be green, right? It's always that second color. You're like, uh-oh, what's gonna... This is make or break. And it's really not all that serious. It's just a coloring page. I watched another video today of somebody who really, they're not really in the coloring community, but someone had sent her, as a secret Santa, I guess, had sent her um, a coloring book and a set of colored pencils. They had asked her, what kind of thing would you want, if you were going to get something from a secret Santa. And she says, well, something creative. And so that's what they sent her. And the book they sent her was the Fantastic Structures book that I've seen everywhere, like marked down all over the place for years. And I have that book, and I don't know what to do with it. I got it like a long time ago, like I think when I first started coloring. Okay, the screen isn't necessarily going on that great. Oh, there we go. And I was like, of all books they sent her, that one? But then she said that was like one of the best selling adult coloring books. I'm like, really? That is? Everywhere I see it, they're selling it for $3, trying to get rid of it. So I don't know what was up with that. I also don't know if she was actually recording from a different country. I mean, I think she's American, but um, yeah, I was like, how is that the best-selling coloring book? But watching her color in it, I mean, it wasn't anything sophisticated or anything, but it did kind of give me the courage to someday pull that book out and start coloring in it. I don't like that it has two-sided pages, though. For as intricate as those pictures are with all those lines, I need that to be something where I can use. Yeah, and it was nice. I mean, the end result was nice too. And then the way she pulled out the pen, and then the way she used the pen was like, it's like, yeah, you got it. Like this, you're just chilling. She was just getting into it, and man, I can't believe she did all those that page. I was like, that's an achievement in itself to color that page. But I didn't really. It's like best selling. That's a best selling book. Well, I guess I got it. Is it best selling because they're selling it everywhere for $3 or what? I wonder, is that the one? No, that's not the one. I have another one of those books, and it has that page that has the buttons in it. I love that page. But then I think I also did. I don't know. It's fantastic. Something else, but it's in the same series. I think it's probably by the same person, and it was one of a trolley. There's a picture of a trolley. I started that one and didn't finish it. And then the button one, I don't think I finished it either, but I did a lot on it because I was having fun coloring the buttons. And I actually was using these Arteza markers. I have one. There's one here somewhere. I know there's one here. Yeah, they're right next to me here. I was using these because I didn't know what to do with these, and I thought, well, this probably would be good with that because, like, with the buttons, the circular move. Yeah, I was having a grand old time with them with that. So anything I got done in that page was probably from those, more than likely. But I think I have more tools and a little more skill now where I probably can go back and look at that book and see something that I can do with it. Ah, okay. So yeah, because it was in my feed. It must, or I think it was in my feed. I think that's how I saw it. Okay. Or maybe it's because I went and watched that Johanna Basford interview video, and then that came up after it or something. Yeah, I went to check out her channel because she seems like an interesting person. She didn't have a lot on there. It's like her looks like her channel's like heavily curated or whatever, but nothing wrong with that. But it wasn't like there were a slew of videos to go watch on there. Really, that is what coloring is about. It's about relaxing. It's about letting your mind. A lot of things she was saying in there, just no judgment, no judgment zone. Just do it. Chill. That's why I do it. Of course, that's why every time I come on here, I need to relax. It's first words out of my mouth every time I come on. I need to relax, and that's why I color because I need to relax. Hey, Mary, did you get your your chores? That's not what I mean. Your errands done? Oh, I was trying to tell you, but like you had to go because so but and I got a video. I think I shared the video too on this one. Um, to watch it if you go to Joanne Fabrics because they're playing the game of like I'm telling you you got 30% off, but what happened is some of the things they've marked up 30% over the price it originally was, and then telling you you're getting 30% off when basically it's just how much it really was before. So that little game sometimes companies play when they're newly announced they're going out of business. I can't believe life without a Joanne Fabrics. So that's like, and like, oh my gosh, I love looking at um the thread, and like I'm thinking, where am I going to get thread? Like I haven't gone out to get thread in who knows how many years, but it's like there's something about that thread, all of it being there, all the colors. It's so beautiful for one thing. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's really weird. So do people like buy thread and fabric online? Do people do that? I can't even imagine. But I don't know. Or they just don't buy it anymore. Guess that must be the thing. Of course, case in point, like I used to sew a lot. I used to sew all my clothes back in the day, and now I can't even tell you the last time I took out the sewing machine. But I guess now is the time, I guess, to get notions. If you need any notions, although they said she was saying that the one where she's at, that like bias tape and things like that are pretty much all gone. Honestly, I can't even think of anything that I want at or need at Joann Fabrics because I don't sew anymore. And I don't know. I think they carry yarn now, but I had other places where I used to get yarn. I used to get yarn like mail order before the internet. I wonder if that place is still around. So I used to knit actually. That's what I used to do. Ah, mm, so I guess we're going all with the same green. That works. I've been looking at those what is it? Cozy YO books. Those books are so freaking cute. But what kind of paper are they on? Here I go. Oh, they do. Okay. Hobby Lobby has fabric? Or like kind of like square things, little squares. I've always wanted to go to that fabric store that in New York City where the people from Project Runway used to go. What is that? Could use a fine liner for that instead of the pencil, but that's too much like right. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Hmm. That might get me to go in there and peek. Although I kind of have an issue with Hobby Lobby. But they actually built one here. And it's not like we have a lot of stuff here. And they built one here. And then next nearest one is like, I don't know, like 45 minutes away. And I haven't been in this one or that one. I haven't been in any of them. Um, but I need to get to the dollar store first, or Dollar Tree. I haven't been in one of those in ages, and I'm seeing like some things that people are coming out of there with. I was like, what? What? And some of the stickers people are getting from there. I like those, I don't know, the pop up ones. Oh, wow. Yeah, I used to go to Michael's a lot, like to get, it was where I would go to get brushes. What was the other thing? There's something else I used to get from there. It was mostly brushes. Then I would order paint and stretcher bars, and I still have like a huge roll of canvas that's like really tall. I don't know, I think it's like 10 feet tall or something like that. Um, to make muslin. Did I say that? To muslin canvas or whatever to make canvases. So I'd mostly buy my brushes from Michaels, and then I'd buy um, stretcher bars from Utrecht, which wound up merging with or getting bought by Dick Blick. So, and it's funny because like the last order I got from Dick Blick, it actually says Utrecht on it. Just one day I went to order from one of them. Is it Utrecht? And then must have been Utrecht, or I was checking to see like what they had. It's like, oh, I haven't been here in a long time. I wonder what they got. And come to find out, they merged with Dick Blick, and I had to do something with, I don't know, deciding what password, merging my accounts or something like that. Child, yeah. I have a huge tub of gesso downstairs that I keep thinking, I probably can use that in my coloring books. All I have to do is take it and water it down, and I can use it to prime my coloring book so that doesn't go to waste. Just a huge thing just sitting down there. Because I had to stop painting so suddenly. Let's see, green. Oops, I'm sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of in immersion mode. $3.52. Are there any other big leaves? Look at that big flower in the corner. Ooh. Hmm. Should the bigger leaves, actually, the bigger leaves probably should be lighter than the little ones. Huh. What other green do I have in here? I don't know if I want to go Kelly. I don't really want to go full on Kelly green. It's a little too much. No, maybe I should have. It's so different. I think I'm going to make myself a salad today. And I got to go to the orthodontist on Wednesday morning. We'll get the verdict. How close are we? Now, does anybody know what that word HYGGE means? I've seen that on some coloring books. Hig? Like, what the heck does that mean? That was on That's like one of the books from the Dover Sampler download has that word in there. And then I noticed some of those a cozy coloring book, one or two of them also have that word in it. I'm like, what the heck is that? Sounds like it's Swedish. Yeah, she's got some nice pages in here. She really does. $18 and you get the book and you get the digital downloads, and there's like, I don't know, there's 86 pages in that one PDF download. And it's got to be like 80 or 80 something images, because I don't know, the PDF actually has Roman numerals in the beginning that I think take up like this page and something else in there. So she's legitimately giving you like a whole lot of pages in addition to getting the print book, which I just blows my mind that she's that generous. Um, but honestly, I think that's part because she sees that other people really are kind of ripping us off, and she's like, "I'm not going to do that." Bless her heart. So for that alone, it's like, yeah, I need to get her book. But I do like. I noticed that I like her images in the planner. I like her line work, you know. So really, all I needed to hear was that she had a coloring book, and I was going to get it. I just didn't realize she was coming out with one this soon. And then more leaves like that leaf. This looks like that one. Yeah, it was $18 on her website, which actually I can put that on here. Oops, what just happened? Where am I? Oh, that disappeared so quick. Like that was weird. It didn't waste any time. When you buy the book, you automatically get um the download, and it's like four. I think she has different sizes of the book or something. I didn't open every download, but in one download there's like, I don't know, there's like 80 pages or something in there. 86 pages is what the PDF says is in there. So hey, blue skies. Let me look at Sarah. Oh, there we go. Um, it's called Vibrant Wilds. Oh, excuse me. And so I don't know if this is the case with all PDFs, but she was saying that like she did this so that you could download the PDFs and play around with them, or she says you also can open them up in Procreate and color them in Procreate. Which actually I could do that on my iPad if I really wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know how to do that, but I do know some people that do that. Um, who is it? Color and chat. What is her name? Oh shoot, met her in I think Martha or Annie's chat, but I think she does that. She colors on her iPad. So, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I really like the images, and she gives you a variety of things to color. And it just seems like you do if you do one and it's like really really nice. It's like you can frame them. Um, and she's just very thoughtful with her illustrations. Um, it's like she has every kind of person, what in mind. Like people who like to color certain images, it's almost like she has all of them in mind. I mean, none of them are like a Kirby book, but a lot of people don't like a Kirby book either. So, oh, it's Danish. Feeling comfy, cozy. Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems like there are. I gotta. There was a sampler in the Dover sampler that was a Hague book, and it has one of them has a picture where all you see are the person's feet with the socks and slippers on, and they're sitting in front of a fireplace or something like that. Yeah, it's the woman with the color cube. Yeah, I'm not into the color cube thing because you know me. I just like to throw colors down and see what happens. Throw them at the wall, see what sticks. But I know a lot of people do like them. I love this. I love these glasses. So she has a variety of types of images in here, which I think is really nice. It's like something for everybody. I love this one. And then, like I was saying, um, she has pages in there where like it'll be of several of a thing, and then it'll be one thing, or vice versa. Um, I don't know what order they are exactly in the book. I think it's yeah, I don't remember. So these are all different succulent plants in their bowls, and you're like it's an aerial view. And then she has one bowl, and she does the same thing with the. I think the sun must be at the bottom. Um, she does the same thing with the sunflower. She's got the one with the bee in the middle, which I thought I actually printed this one because I thought, yeah, this is going to be practicing doing wings. And then she's got the bunch of sunflowers. So, and she has a few more that are like that, where it's got like one of the thing and then it's got a bunch of the thing, which I think is kind of nice because if you color them, then and you want to frame them and hang them up, or frame them and give them to somebody to hang up, then it kind of is like, kind of like a theme kind of thing. Like you have one on one side of the fireplace and the other one on the other side of the fireplace, or a door, or whatever. I just think that's a neat idea. And then this is another one that she has that's like that, but I didn't print the one with the three of these. But this is the one with the one. So, yeah. I'm hoping she sells lots of them. She actually decided to, like, I guess she was going through a whole process of trying to figure out, like, where did she want to have it published and all of that? And she decided against having it at Amazon because she didn't like what they were. And this is my translation of what she was saying. This may not be precisely what she was saying, but this is what I remember from watching her video this morning. Because it's in that video. She bought all of the top 100 coloring books on Amazon. Um, and I say, so we didn't have to. But, like, yeah, she wished she hadn't done it because they weren't really. And there were no Johanna Basford books in that top 100, which is kind of odd because she's the one that it seems, kind of kicked this whole thing off. A lot of them were like trashy paper books, like they have that horrible Amazon paper, and it's like, really? But yeah, I think I really have become like, I'm convinced now that like the paper, it's about the paper. And if it's not good paper, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to want it unless the thing is so gorgeous that I feel, oh, I'll get it and I'll print it, or you know what I mean. Just, I don't know. That is a factor for me now. Is that the color I use? What did I use? But I do like. I think those cozy books really are adorable. But when I think of it and I look at them, I'm gonna want to use alcohol marker in them. So I don't know if any of you have any of those books. Will it stand up to alcohol marker? Those characters are so freaking cute. Well, it's kind of like the Hello Kitty thing, you know. It's like, who can resist Hello Kitty? I can't. But when they jack up the price on things, I kind of can. But some things are just irresistible that are Hello Kitty, even if they are expensive. And I guess that's how marketing works. So I had to find a place to put these pages. Where I'm going to put them. I'm going to finish them. Yeah, this is that Astro Bright paper. And it's what, like 85? Let's see. Is that the top thing? Yeah, there's the top thing. 65 pound, not 85, 65 pound cardstock. I'm still kind of looking for something. Is there something that's in between, like something that's maybe like 40? Just because now that I see how much paper can make the difference, um, maybe for something that's heavier than copier paper but lighter than that, something in between to kind of vary my, see how other mediums, react to it or whatever. I don't know. I need a whole paper education, you know. But I try not to go ham with the Prismacolor white because I sure can. So 4 o'clock now? Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it there because I'm trying not to do too much. Trying to have some balance. Although now it's almost been 2 hours. I don't know. I might as well go the full 2 hours. Then stop. Okay, so what color do I want my berries to be? I say blue. I want blue. I don't want red. I want blue. Partially because I like the blues in this set. I should have been looking for more leaves to make sure I have them all done. So I don't have to go back. You can see. Oh, there's a whole bunch of leaves right there. Try and get them all done so I don't have to try and figure out what did I use? What did I use? I don't know what I used. I think I used this one here. Already I don't remember. I need to sharpen these pencils. Just wait and wait and wait. Oh, really? Okay, good to know. Oops. This is the thing. You start coloring and then I can't stop. I start coloring and then I can't stop. Wow, I cannot believe how sunny it is today. It's like, wow. I should be outside. I can go see if my hellebore is blooming, because it might be. You know what? I'm going to have to run outside and see. Those things are so beautiful. They're called Lent. I can't say the word very well, but Lenten rose. I like their Latin name, hellebores. I don't know where it comes from, but I'll go see if they're blooming. They like cold, so they usually come out like um, just before, like before it really starts getting warm. I don't know why that is either. I guess they can handle a lot. Okay, there's more leaves. I'm trying to get all the leaves that I must sharpen now. Can't get away with any more. Where's the sharpener? Uh, I saw you. I saw you somewhere. I don't think it likes this one. What is the other one? Yeah, it doesn't like this one at all. Oh, can't use it. Halfway tolerates that one, but that's not the one I want. Where is it? Shoot. Maybe I can use this one. I think the comb is okay. Or not. Nope. Oh no. Where is it? I just saw that not that long ago. It's probably right in front of me. That happens way too much. The thing that I want is right in front of me, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? And it's looking at me like, how dense are you, lady? Okay. Oh, okay. Tagal works. That wasn't what I was looking for, but it works. You know what I want? What is that? Oh, different from the other ones, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I really don't want to mess with those anymore. I was going to leave them just with the white side, but I don't know. I'm in a cover the lines mood with those at the moment. Oh, not that goofball again. Cheap viewers. It's not my line, buddy. Bot. Mr. Bottom. Bottom. Okay. I actually use my fine liners for that, but da, 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 da. Was I able to do that before? This doesn't, they come back with different names. I don't know why. We are not the kind that would click that kind of thing, so you're wasting your time, dude. Go advertise where somebody cares about that kind of thing. That kind of thing will keep me from streaming on Twitch. That's all that's going to do. I ain't got time for trifling. It's probably already 2 hours now, and I'm still here fiddling. This is what happens. I'm gonna stop there. Yep, 2 hours. Almost 2 hours and a minute. So I'm gonna stop there. And so yes, go get Sarah Renee Clark's book. Go get it. And you get the PDFs too, and you can play and procreate with them. There's the book. And so I'm going to head out. Looking out for somebody else to come live later or something. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. Bye-bye.